Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Sugar and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Sugar's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we use is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, the first exercise that we're demonstrating for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without whipping you out of your shoes, her always maintaining pace with you, not forging ahead or lagging behind. And believe me, just this exercise when you're dealing with a puppy who very much has a mind of her own can be difficult. That sit is an automatic sit, so that when you stop your feet, she sits automatically without being told to wait for her next command. And she's doing a great job of demonstrating that heel and automatic sit. And try to remember at home, because you have so much stimulus at home, that what we're working on is self-control, the ability to pay attention and focus. Now, the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate is a focus exercise, and that is the sit stay. It is a hand and a voice command. You can practice indoors as well as outdoors. You're going to start out at about 20 seconds, and you're going to work slowly up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her, returning all the way back to heel position, and then she expects to get another command, and he tells her to heel again. So each time you return back to her shoulders, she's been taught at that point to expect to get another command. So this makes walking her outside so much nicer. She's not sniffing, she's not dropping her head and picking up stuff off the street. Rich is going to leave her in another sit stay, and this helps to develop her self-control, her focus, maturity. This time, instead of Rich returning back to her, he's going to demonstrate her come on command. It's Sugar, come. Not too much enthusiasm, because you want her to keep her feet on the ground. And then she goes back to heel and back sitting. So if you notice, it's all about keeping her controlled, keeping her focused, developing maturity. And I know it's hard to do in a busy household full of children, but that's what she needs to continue to develop and be a nice, well-mannered girl going forward. She's going to do a nice automatic sit. Rich is going to leave her in another stay. And then you walk out to face her. And you see her looking intently at Rich, waiting for her next command, and he gives her the come command. She comes right in, and she should sit. And then she returns back to heel and back sitting. Very nice. And you see her looking up for some praise. She has really come a very long way. We want to keep her well socialized and out and about, because we don't want any more of that growling and not acting up. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a heel position. So with her seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground. You tell her to down and stay. The long down stay when you're practicing at home, and you can practice right in your living room. You don't have to go outside and leave the kids, is for about 45 seconds to 1 minute, and you're going to work slowly up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her, just as he did on the sit stay. When he gets back to her shoulders, he has to stop and then give her another command. She's so cute. And when she sits automatically, she looks up at you to see what you want her to do. Now Rich is going to give her another down and stay. And she does work with just hand signals. We try to do both. Make her hold those stays a little bit so she knows how to, control herself. And Rich will call her out of this down. Beautiful automatic sit there on that recall. Back to heel and back sitting. And she gets a pat for praise. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is probably the toughest one to teach because you're not right next to the dog, and this is your down from a distance. So with her seated at your left, you give her a stay. You turn to face her. You don't have to go too far. You will be able to as she matures. Rich is going to use his right hand to give the command, and she goes into a down from a distance, and you saw him give that little tug on the training collar. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Sugar's obedience commands on the leash. She's got a great foundation in obedience, and we have enjoyed every minute of having her, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you soon.